begin with, I should admit to a small deception here. This is no attack on George Orwell as such, but more on those who quote him as if to assert that they are correct in any argument. Quote Orwell, win argument. Quoting Orwell is a sure way to kick your opponent when he's down, especially in these odd times, especially by those whose arguments may be weak. You know what I mean. Orwell was against all totalitarianism. 1984 is the most well-known of the novels and probably the most quoted, so let's first concentrate on that. To start, a doomed love affair set in a dystopian future was not an original idea. The Russian Evgeny Zamyatin had already explored this idea decades before in his novel We. This book is well worth anybody's time. Zamyatin ended his days drinking himself to death in a Paris exile. He knew what totalitarianism meant in its essence. Huxley's Brave New World is more inventive than 1984 and a better novel. Pleasure is a better controller than pain. We all have our soma. Thought police, Big Brother, doublethink, thought crew. These and the other concepts in 1984 are effective and relevant today. Perhaps it is time now to re-evaluate Orwell and what the writing could mean for us right now. We certainly have the dubious luck of knowing firsthand what it's like to have freedom of expression removed. The Lion and the Unicorn is a moving description of the English character. English, not British. What would Orwell have thought of the modern multicultural experiment? What would he really have thought? Democratic socialist, yes, but this was 70, 80 years ago. Would Orwell have approved of the modern omnipotent state which rules our everyday lives, now more than ever before? Those on the left or right who think that by quoting a line from a novel they have possibly never read makes their argument valid are only fooling themselves. Rather like Islamic apologists who quote Persian poets of the 12th century. Beautiful, yes. Relevant, probably not. I'll sum up. The best way to approach Orwell is as an introduction to the likes of Charles Dickens, Henry Miller, Shakespeare, Salvador Dali. He provides a snapshot of England in the 1930s and 40s. All gone now. If you must quote Orwell, then at least read Homage to Catalonia first. Being naive and an idealist gets you a wound in the throat. Doing nothing is even worse. The leftist and the consumer capitalist cannot be allowed to quote Orwell and get away with it. We are too far ahead in the game for that. We are the dead. Thanks for watching.